Hey guys, good afternoon, and welcome to the stream where we are back to playing episode 2 of The Council, a sort of narrative-driven mystery game with some RPG elements in it. I was asked yesterday what I would, if I played a game like this before. I think I said the way I would describe this game is it's like a Telltale Games production met Call of Cthulhu, the recent game that was produced late last October. It's got the kind of RPG skill-building elements of Call of Cthulhu mixed with the sort of choice impact, decision-making gameplay that Telltale Games does really well in their Walking Dead series, Game of Thrones, Batman Telltale series. So yeah, I've definitely enjoyed episode 1. Boy, how to recap episode 1. We are playing Louis de Richet, who is the son. Him and his mother are involved in a secret society known as the Golden Order. It's a little ambiguous as to what the Golden Order really does. I think we solve mysteries. It's kind of what we do, but I got invited to an island owned by Lord Mortimer, where there are other dignitaries there, dignitaries like George Washington, Napoleon Bonaparte, different individuals, all there for some mysterious reason. And my mama's gone missing. I gotta find my mama. So we've been conducting an investigation to find the location of my mother. Last episode, when we left things, I was apparently on a booty call with Emily Hillsborough. But this other woman in the character, Elizabeth Adams, the daughter of John Adams, the Vice President of the United States, she sidelined me and said something was wrong, so I went to talk to her. But she spiked my drink, everybody. And last thing I saw was passed out, and Elizabeth had a knife in her hand. So we don't know what's happening. Let's jump into episode 2, and let's find out. Let's find out what's happening. As always, let me kill the background music, and we will jump into the game. Here we go. Save game 1, please. Continue. Hopefully it starts me off from where we left off in the game.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
What's this?
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find.
Is this like a recap of last time?
Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
It's Cardinal Giuseppe
All I can tell you
Piaggi.
is I'm looking for my sister.
That's Emily Hillsborough, George Washington.
Capable of torturing a child.
An agreement for cannons. Lord
Napoleon.
Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von
Volner. Johann Christoph von Volner. I'm not as familiar with this fellow. Jacques Peroux I'm not familiar with either. But he looks like he came off of a Sea of Thieves.
You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call.
And that's Gregory Holmes, or Gregory Home. I still don't know what his gig is.
I was obliged to clear up some urgent.
What? This is Lord Mortimer. Huh. Okay. I thought it said something about I had a quest to choose. Alright, let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. Okay, so I've got Thoughts on Men and Society by Mortimer. Apparently he writes a lot of books. Can't read his book yet. But we could get a point in logic, discourse on method, skill point in etiquette, conviction, politics, erudition, or manipulation. I'm tempted to go up here, and let's do logic. Let's read discourse on the method. Let's read that book. Lord Mortimer's Office, January 22nd, 1793. Wasn't I drugged the last time?
At last we meet, Monsieur de Richet. Do you mind if I call you Louis?
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I
What happened with the poisoning?
To welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that
Where are we at
you would
here?
help us find your mother. Unfortunately, I am now confronted with another problem, which I would rather have done without. You see, last night, Miss Adams also went missing.
She drugged me. Let's go to the journal here so we can see our character entry on Mortimer here. Lord William Alexander Mortimer, Marquis of Westfordshire and peer of Great Britain, is an extremely rich English aristocrat, as discreet as he is influential. An investor of talent, Mortimer's success in business was masterful. He finished by withdrawing from the public arena and isolating himself more and more often on his private island. A major patron of the arts, he finances a large number of artists in diverse fields and takes great pleasure in bringing together unexpected personalities. He does the same with the greats of this world, men of influence and men of state of the time. He regularly organizes social gatherings on his private island off the coast of England. And my mama is obsessed with this dude for some reason. I'd like to know more.
And why is that? Can you tell me more?
I have had my people searching for her all over the island. Alas, to no avail.
I had
It so
suggested to
happens
her
that
she
both
needs
her
to
mental
escape.
and her physical health are extremely fragile. I'm worried that the same thing happened to her as to your mother. Also, I would appreciate it very much if you could tell me what you were doing on the floor in her room in the early hours
It's
of
quite
the
normal.
morning.
I can
She
explain.
needed help.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it.
It's quite
You see,
normal.
Sir Gregory is about to arrive, and he's taken Elizabeth's disappearance very, very seriously. Please reassure him so that we can talk about your mother.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why do I get the sense I'm going to be using
William,
a little
I
diversion
would
here?
like to see you a moment before we begin. In private.
Oh, what's he got there?
Let's step outside a moment.
What's he got there? Letters of import?
Louis, this will only take a few moments.
What's that sound? Is there a dog in here? Oh, this can't be good. This can't be good. This is shady. Search the study or wait. Ooh, I bet you that parrot. I'll bet you the bird's gonna spill the beans if I search the study. I'm gonna wait.
Better not make myself look more suspicious than I already do.
That's right. Oh, Jacques Peru is here too. Jacques Peru
Good
is here
evening,
too.
Monsieur de Richet.
Likewise, Sir Gregory.
Well then, let us begin.
Gregory, Louis told me we needn't be concerned.
Of course. Monsieur de Richet, the situation seems to escape your grasp, so
What?
I won't beat about the bush.
a
Did
little
you
rude.
kill Elizabeth Adams?
What? Elizabeth is dead?
What? Elizabeth is dead?
No, now let us remain calm. We do not yet know, Gregory, precisely what has happened to our poor Elizabeth.
I beg your pardon?
I should remember what he's
what are you accusing
vulnerable
me of
and immune to.
We must remain calm.
Can I see again? What's Gregory Home? Does he have immunities or vulnerabilities? Blub, 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 blub. To be discovered. Oh, shoot. I should
Gregory,
use some Devil's Thorn.
We have
I don't have any Devil's Thorn. Oh, nuts. All right. No problem.
found no evidence that would suggest that Elizabeth has been murdered. For the time being, she has only disappeared. Let's stick to the facts, if you please.
Lord Mortimer's backing me up a
Where is
little
she
bit.
then?
How would I know? What does this matter? Why does this matter to you? I've got logic level 2, so let's go with the
Technically,
logic
I'm
answer.
simply incapable of telling you where she might be. And we never talked about her destination. What I can say is that the last time I saw Elizabeth, she was in her room. And she just decided to leave the island.
Gregory, you must admit that just because Louis doesn't know where Elizabeth is, does not prove that something's happened to her.
Okay, I like Lord Mortimer's logic here. This is good.
Damnation, William. This is a fiasco. Sir, you don't seem to realize just how serious this is.
Let's try
I have an
and remain
inclination.
calm, Gregory. In any case,
Have a
it would be
grape.
far better if Elizabeth really has left the island, as Louis says.
See, I think this bird would have given me up if
Why
I'd
do you
searched the
think she
room.
wanted to leave?
Ooh. To escape my mother. That would be an interesting response. I'm going for it.
She was terrorized by my mother's presence here. Just the thought of coming face to face with her was unbearable.
Did she tell you why?
Yes, she brought the subject up.
I'm sorry, Louis.
That's why I'm being
Wouldn't have
kind
been
of
easy to
truthful,
hear.
but still holding my cards a little
I
close.
sincerely hope that she got there safely.
All right,
Monsieur
we
de
did
Richet,
it. We
I
passed the
apologize if
confrontation.
My words seemed a little abrupt.
Trait
I dare not
unlocked,
think what would
lawyer.
happen if
It's the
Elizabeth
closest
came
I'm
across
ever
your
getting to be a
mother
lawyer,
on the
everybody.
island. Your generosity may well cost you dearly.
We'll see.
I understand, my lord. I certainly regret it.
Do I? Do I
You
regret
don't
it?
need us for any of this. So come along, Monsieur Peru. We are leaving.
Peru. All right, well, escaped that grilling.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
Tell me about my mother. She isn't missing, is she?
She isn't missing, you know.
What? What do you mean?
My mother has left traces in every nook and cranny of your island, my lord. She's definitely here. Now, what worries me most is why she doesn't show herself.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
That was a really
You mean
anxious
the
nod
cannon
I
deal with
did.
Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Through Napoleon.
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
You have an
We shall
inkling,
see.
huh?
However, there's one thing that surprises me.
Why help a lieutenant? Did my mother sell arms?
Did my mother intend to finance a war? I'm not sure that I follow.
No, your mother's aim was not so much to partake in a war, but rather to make Monsieur Bonaparte accountable.
I'm still rubbing my eyes
France
a little
is in
bit.
turmoil.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And support
Elizabeth
of a military
laced
man can
my drink with
often come in
laudanum.
handy, Louis. You'll
She
see.
drugged my drink.
Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference.
Illuminati
It will be
confirmed.
presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
She's here,
Indeed,
just not here.
If by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to
Sure.
follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Yeah, why not?
Thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what he said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here.
Yes.
Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
Do I know this? She was looking for a buyer. I have absolutely no idea.
If only my mother had trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Look at my green
this
eyes.
usual for her?
Got nice green eyes.
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine.
Even secrets
That
from her
said,
own son.
It's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I see.
I don't know. I might go on record to
In your
say
opinion, why
my mama's the
would your
bad guy.
mother
I think my
remain
mama's the
hiding
villain.
over several weeks.
She might have discovered
Maybe
something.
she found something out.
What do you mean?
My mother has a gift for investigating. If she had picked up a lead, nothing would have stopped her.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed.
She lost a hand, like I've seen in her
We
visions.
enjoyed spending
my
time
visions?
together, solving the world's problems.
This seems too forward. Enough about her. What did you speak
You seem
about?
to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption
Light
of the metric
conversation.
system in
The
France
Treaty of
last year,
Jassy.
or even
The
Mr.
adoption of the
Eli
metric
Whitney's
system.
invention in the United States.
Ooh. Whitney's cotton gin.
Ah, yes. His famous cotton gin. It was supposed to revolutionize cotton production in the United States.
It will revolutionize the world, Louis. The potential.
I'm getting
of
some
this
skills of
invention is
erudition.
much greater. Tomorrow, all industries will be switching to simple but large-scale production. Of that, I'm sure.
I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
What's on his
Are you
pendant?
joking?
On his neck.
Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the
Crusades?
Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Oh, I'm concerned about that. The famous papal bull of Pope Gregory VIII.
Mother lulled my childhood with tales of the Crusades. How Richard the Lionheart and Philip Augustus had to battle it out to achieve their ends. And how Guy de Lusignan, having broken his
Guy
word,
de Lusignan.
launched the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Oh, I see Sarah's lessons have inspired new enthusiasts.
Yes,
Good
and
on
I've
you,
built enough
because
points in my
not everyone
erudition
can claim
skills
they
to
know
know.
as much at your age. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know. But I'm still
This
very
is
worried.
Lord Mortimer, the
must
owner
admit,
of the island,
there
Shotgun.
are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
We're talking about my mother.
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once.
Yeah, Elizabeth
Her
said she saw her.
behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma,
Ooh.
Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol.
That was my
Then,
vision.
before Gregory could intervene,
Oh.
she ran off
She
and
shot
disappeared.
Emily's twin
I beg your
sister.
pardon? Hang on. That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister?
I aspire to be
Very
Mortimer when
person
I'm
she's
older.
Looking for? Why would she do
I need that
Excuse me,
mustache when
but
I'm
between
older.
that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with.
Ah.
I need to piece it all together again to see things.
Does
more
Emily
clearly.
know her
You
sister's
said
been
that
shot?
You spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation. Until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
The garden?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Then I'm going to the box room.
Would you allow me to
No
go
problem,
there?
Shotgun.
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest.
Who's the last
In
guest?
the
Mr.
meantime,
Roble, I
I shall
think.
get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we posed our questions.
Opposite Mortimer's study.
Oh, is that it right there? Go to the tower room. Let me investigate this table first. Anything to find over here? Go to the tower room. Is this the tower room? All right, this is the tower room. Here we go. Let's investigate. Look for clues. Collector coins. Wah, wah. Yay for collector coins. What's this?
Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve.
Yeah, Carmelite water's okay.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Let's go with erudition. I remember this story.
A fierce opponent of the first Christians, St. Paul is suddenly struck by the call of Jesus Christ and converts. It's the best known conversion in Christian history, which teaches us that even enemies of Christ can be saved and even become his greatest apostles after finding faith. From what I can recall, the account of his conversion could be found in the
Third
epistles,
coffee.
the Galatians,
I'm on
the
number 2.
Philippians, the Corinthians, and the Acts of the Apostles.
All right. Interesting.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul faces
Oh, also
the
it's roll up the rim
curtains
time
of his
in
illusions
Canada.
being raised and receives the light from his Savior.
So I can roll up the rim to see if I win a prize. It's like a regular ritual here in Canada when Tim Hortons has its roll up the rim contests. Clues, clues, looking for clues.
What is this disc?
Ooh. Observe the disc.
Oh, that reminds me of the ones my mother collects. It's magnetic.
Oh. All right. Take it. Lodestone. Did you win anything? Let's find out. Would you like to... Have you ever seen this before? I think I did this on my streams last year when it was Roll Up the Rim season. Here we go. We'll roll up a rim together and see if we won anything. Finish up the last little bit of coffee. Then we roll up the rim here. See a little arrow to show where you roll up the rim. Let's see if we won anything. You think you missed it last year? We win. I think I won something. Oh no, play again. Play again. Réessez-vous. Réessez, s'il vous plaît. Please play again. Didn't win anything. That's okay. Seems like sometimes I went on streaks. I think my longest streak without winning was like 25 cups. I went 25 cups without winning. I'm not going to say over how long a period that was. Boo, Starbucks forever. Well, I actually am supposed to meet an old friend at a Starbucks this afternoon. So there's still going to be a Starbucks coffee today. That's still going to happen. That'll be my third coffee for the day. I get myself a caramel latte, caramel macchiato.
Dante's paradise. Raise your head and be reassured. For what comes up here from
You love that I counted the cups?
must ripen in our rays.
Well, you know, I was kind of getting frustrated that I wasn't winning as much. Thought I put a lot of money into this company. Give me some free coffee. You can win free donuts, free coffee. The largest prizes you can win are money and a car. Is usually it. You can win prepaid cards from the bank. Oh, bicycles are a prize this year. $50 Tim Hortons cards are a prize this year. Or you could win a Jeep Compass is one of the other prizes this year. Royal jelly, sweet. I will eat the royal jelly. I get my effort points back.
Burnt papers in the chimney.
Ooh.
There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting.
What does it say? What does it say?
It says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is on to us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword.
The
So
man with
mother
the
had an
sword?
accomplice here. Who could it be?
Who could it be? One of the servants.
Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can consult. She says we must find a safe way to communicate. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. All right. A lot of vases, harps. It's like a harp storage room. Harp and vase storage room. What's in here? Oh, it's locked.
The door appears to be locked on the other side.
I'll leave the door if I can't open it. Let's go check out that painting again.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
You know you're rich when you have a harp and vase storage room. That's right.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors.
Is there a
too.
clue in this painting
Paul
now?
facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
No? No other clues? Faith? Man with a sword? Bueller? Bueller? I thought I'd pretty much examined everything. What else is there to look at in this room? I'm supposed to look for clues. I did. I did look for clues. Oh, what did I miss? What did I miss?
Dante's paradise.
Yeah.
Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Ain't no more clues in here. I don't understand. What happens if I leave the room? I can't open this.
The door appears to be locked on the other side.
Open.
I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor.
How do you open? Let's use logic.
I'm gonna need something to help me get the key that fell on the floor. The door was closed from the inside. Would Mother have provided something within reach to recover it?
Use the disc. Yes, the magnetic disc. Yes. Amazing. Such a detective. Here we go. Mama's been leaving me clues everywhere. I'm not really sure what's the game here. What's the gig here with Mama leaving all sorts of clues around? What are you up to, Mama?
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
More of St. Paul.
St. Paul is shown holding a sword.
Oh.
Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11.
Oh,
What's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
Okay. More royal jelly. Nice. Love me some royal jelly. Pass me the royal jelly. Oh, I love what he says when he finds amber fragments. Oh, my maximum effort points is increased by 1. Awesome.
Amber.
He's always so happy to find amber. Amber fragment. Amber. He loves amber. Devil's Thorn. Nice.
Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni. Painting of St. Mark from the
I already did
collection
that.
of the Apostles
Sorry.
by Guido Reni.
Just need to repeat it to myself, you know?
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. Looks like someone touched this commode recently.
Commode?
Their fingerprints on the sheets.
Isn't a commode a toilet? Sophistria. Oh, I got a book. I'm now a bookworm, apparently. What do I know about this
St.
apostle?
John is known as the youngest of Christ's apostles. Well, we often give credit to St. John for having written about the apocalypse in the last book of the Bible.
What do I know about this apostle? That's already made.
It's St. John, painted by Guido Reni.
Alright, that didn't really help me.
The New Testament.
Ooh, something 11:11. A Gutenberg Bible.
This book is incredibly precious. I believe this is the book my mother referred to when calling upon the Lord.
This Bible is famous.
This volume dates from the first edition of Gutenberg. It's the first book that was ever printed. Pages are covered in annotations in Latin, French, and Hebrew. Someone spent years studying this Bible.
Yeah, the 11:11 is clearly a reference here. All right, let's go through it here. Whoa. They'll try to look for like 11:11 references. I mean, we could go through all these, but I think 1111 is the... Here we go. Pilgrims from Rome. Of course, the Book of Romans.
I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Oh, wait, a note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages here.
Oh, carefully folded.
Dear E.
Twitter
I'm
hole.
glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you.
Yeah,
Pick up the
nah.
page. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative.
What
Awaiting your
package?
reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle.
Oh, behind
What?
John.
The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
Really, Louis? I'm not you and I got it. But let me be thorough here before I go to that painting.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Reni. He's represented as
Louis
writing the
talks to
word of the
himself so
Lord,
much. We're lucky.
transmitted by the Holy Spirit.
It's
who
true.
appears here in the guise of an angel.
He's got the Geralt thing going on from The
There's
Witcher.
something else behind this painting.
Slight frame on the
It says,
painting.
half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
Huh.
Must be the group of pilgrims mentioned from before. I guess maybe the city of Corinth is a reference to the epistle from Corinthians in the Bible.
I figured that much. But what's the half? But what's the half thing? Let's eat some royal jelly. Yeah. Where's that Bible? Okay. Half. Chapter 6, verse 20 could be halfway
For you are
through.
bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body and in your spirit,
Geralt says
which
useful
are
things.
God's.
Okay, that wasn't it. Verse 7?
Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law with one another. Why do ye not rather suffer injustice? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Ah, look.
Here we
Here's
go.
a message. It is of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail.
Ooh,
Let's meet up.
Volner.
I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6.
Mirrors his bedroom ceiling. What gives you that impression? I want to check the painting of John first before we look up more references.
The painting looks like it's been taken down recently.
Just so he can
What
see
was it
himself.
my mother said?
Man, I look
That
hot.
She would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle. Ah, of course. There's something written behind the painting.
All right, what does it say?
On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add one companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
1:3. Is it John 1:3?
They should add a companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their ranks. I imagine it applies to their code, the one Mother set up with the pilgrims. What's this? A group of pilgrims who Paul was talking to, and now John is telling them prophecies?
No, I don't need to know that. I don't need to waste an effort point on that. I know I'm looking at John. John 1:3, is that what I'm looking at? No, go back.
If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us.
No? All right.
But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes.
Nope. Not that one either.
And ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him is no sin.
Nope. Not that one either. No, not the Revelation of John. One last verse here.
Hereby know that we dwell in him, and he in us, because he hath given us of his Spirit.
Nothing there, eh? Maybe the Apocalypse of John, then? Or are they doing the Gospel of John?
I and my Father are one. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not
Yeah, it's
is
applicable,
condemned
eh?
already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
Alright, keep looking. Keep looking.
And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in Hebrew Golgotha.
Nope, no clues there.
Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches.
Nothing there. Well, the last book by John is the Revelation. There's no 1-3 there. So let's just go through the verses.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
I would have been really surprised if that was the message.
Saying with a loud voice, Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power, and riches, and wisdom, and strength, and honor, and glory, and blessing.
Nope, not that one. Going through Bible verses here, everybody.
And a voice came out of the throne, saying, Praise our God, all ye his servants, and ye that fear him, both small and great.
Nope. And one last verse from John.
And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and a half a time, from the face of the serpent. Hey, a new note.
The
Look
last
carefully in the
one.
corner of this page. The writing, it's not my mother's.
What is it?
S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean? Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next.
Okay, so I kind of looked at these clues a little out of order. We got the other clue from the painting here of Matthew listening to the angel. So now we have to look for something from the Gospel of Mark, I believe. I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. Yeah, so this is all now in order. So let's go to Mark.
And behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name. And when he saw him, he
Jairus,
fell at his
but
feet.
okay. I'm always picky about pronunciation, guys.
And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was
Where
baptized
he
by John
knoweth
in
where he
Jordan.
goeth. That's right.
And as they did eat, Jesus took bread, and blessed it, and broke it, and gave it to them, and said, Take, eat, this is my body.
No? Ah, the very last verse, huh?
Then came together unto him the Pharisees, and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem.
No? Maybe I just need to check the painting of Mark. Inspect the surroundings. Examine the candlestick.
Nothing of value here. Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn.
Ooh, what kind of characters?
In Hebrew.
Oh, I know what that means. I have linguistics level 1.
It says, count in the dust. All right, let's do it.
What dust? Inspect the dusty piece of
They're
furniture.
finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust.
Oh, no?
That's what the message in Hebrew spoke about. Hebrew 8.
Hebrew 8. Okay, so I need to go look at the books of Hebrews.
It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
Why all the clues, Mama? Why all the finagling? Yeah, fun fact for you. Gospel of Mark is the oldest of the 4 Gospels. It was written, most scholars think, about 50 AD. And we have, somewhere in the world, a museum has a piece of the oldest, they have like a page of the oldest Gospel of Mark that we have, the oldest page that we have of a Gospel of Mark, and it dates from 90 AD. It's like a physical page. The oldest copy of Plato's Republic that exists in a museum dates from 220 AD. So we have more evidence of Mark being an actual book that was written in history than we do of Plato's Republic. Little known fact. Okay, moving along. Hebrews 8, here we go. Oh, interesting. They attribute Hebrews to Paul. Interesting. Chapter 2, verse 8.
Thou hast put all things under his feet. For in that he put all in subjection
Sure,
under him.
sure. Makes you older
He
than
left
me.
nothing that is not put under him.
Oh, not that 8. Apparently a different Hebrews 8. Chapter 6, verse 8.
But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned.
Here's a message.
Ooh, what does
There
it say,
are some
Mama?
complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end?
Oh, so
Do
this
you need
is
help?
communication between my
If
mama
dinner
and her
was not
accomplice.
possible, let's say tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation.
5,001
When
years
Paul
old.
understood
It's
that
official.
only the axe counted. He went back on his tracks.
Ugh.
Await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
What was that last code again? The Acts. Only the Acts counted. He went back on his tracks. So, Book of Acts. Uh, 1914?
And there were 7 sons of
Oh,
one
no, that's
Sceva,
not the one.
a Jew and chief of the priests which did so.
That's not going to be the one. Da! 10-8?
And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they
Ah, theologian. Trait
he fell into
unlocked.
a trance. Hey, there's a note here. A message from Mother in reply to E.
Oh,
must
E is the name of the
leave
accomplice?
But first, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him.
Ooh,
A
is
lace
E
suspicion.
Emily? Or
See you
Emma?
tomorrow evening. Stand
Or
ready.
Elizabeth. I think it's Emma or
For
Emily.
now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare?
Yeah, what does that mean,
I
Mama?
must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
Ooh, let's decipher the message. It's probably allegorical.
Guessing it's a metaphor. I need to figure out what this means. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Ooh, alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Item added to inventory. Bible's note. Why do I have that in my inventory? A note from Mother found in the Gutenberg Bible. It says, we must leave urgently, but first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Alright. Alright. Okay, I think I found everything I need to find in the room. So let's go join the other guests. Ooh, where is my mother? I did not understand my mother's message. I failed. What? I could have searched Lord Mortimer's study. Oh yeah, I didn't do that. What? I didn't understand my mother's message. Was there more work I was supposed to do there? Oh man, guys, I suck. I'm not doing good detectiving here. Not doing good detectiving. Level 7. Alright, we have 4 points to dish out. Let's go... No, not manipulation, not conviction. Let's go, that's level 1. These are level 2. Erudition, science, linguistics, and diversion. Let's put points in all those. Achievement unlocked, a tragic fate. What does that mean? I don't suck. I don't know. I'm feeling it. Alright, what can I read now? I could get a point in conviction, maybe a point in etiquette. Ooh, a point in diversion. That would be good. Or a point in erudition. Let's go in diversion. Let's read Sophistria. To get a point in diversion.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
Meet with the other guests in the small living room. Do I have to go downstairs for that? Hey, my dude. What it is, bro?
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
Oh, okay. I have to go downstairs to get to the small salon. Oh, I got effort points back.
Emily,
Sweet.
I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you
She's
found
dead.
out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
Does she know she killed Emma, not Emily, then?
I saw in my vision. I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
Ooh. Don't send her on my mother's trail. Hey, you want to go beyond the nightmare?
I've got a question that might seem a little bit strange.
I'm listening.
If I said go beyond the nightmare, would that ring any bells?
No, means nothing to me. Do you mean literally or figuratively speaking?
I think figuratively. Figuratively, no doubt a metaphor. Oh, I've got enough erudition for
My
that.
mother used to talk about it, in the figurative sense, probably. We still need to understand what she was referring to, though.
If I find something, I'll let you know.
Sweet.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
Oh, no. Oh, Shotgun, what do you think? Do I tell her that I had a vision of my mother shooting her sister? Or do I keep quiet? Oh. My inclination would be to keep it quiet, but maybe telling her might build trust. Thing is, I don't even know if that's Emily. You say tell her? It sounded like Mama betrayed her.
Emily, there's something else.
Go on then.
Ooh, I'm honest.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
Phrasing.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening.
Oh!
Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
Whoa.
Why didn't you tell me?
Good
I didn't
call.
know if I could trust you.
Good
now
call.
I know I can. It seems that your
Oh,
mother
ho,
tricked
ho.
him. She
Wow, I was going to say
apparently
no,
asked her to
don't
hide
tell
an
her.
important book so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
Wow. Does she know why?
Why would she do that?
I don't know, Louis, but I'll find out. You can count on that.
Well, all
Sincerely
right.
sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
Yep.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see.
There's a bit
Come,
of an
Louis.
argument going
They're
on
waiting
somewhere.
for us.
Oh, good call, shotgun. Good call.
You will pay dearly, Peru.
Oh,
I'm sure
what's happened?
You were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back.
He doesn't sound very French.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm
Jacques
down.
Perrault sounds like an
Everyone
American.
seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest.
But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Perrault.
Who is it?
Who is this charming character?
Manuel Godoy. the
Ooh,
Duke of
Godoy.
Arguello.
Godoy. I love his
He's the
name.
head of
Godoy.
the Spanish government, Monsieur de Richet. He's the one who, in practice, controls Spain.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your mind.
Dios
Really,
mío.
Duke Manuel, what's made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Perrault works for, King Louis was guillotined. What? The King
Yes.
of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before. How dare they?
As if
Gracious. Ooh, Napoleon doesn't seem to mind.
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
This definitely does not sound French.
He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360.
Whoa.
You beheaded a king for one vote. Is that your democracy? What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will
He has a
have grave
cold. That's
consequences.
why he doesn't have his accent.
He's lost.
Gentlemen, please, let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
The divine right of kings. Ooh, let's go psychology.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir. But that's enough, sir.
Ooh, good call.
With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richet.
Are you
Grates
related
on
to
me how they say
Sarah de Richet?
morass.
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time.
See how I
this
asserted
has
myself
taken us
there?
by
Calmed
surprise.
things down.
Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together.
Is that what I did?
Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly.
Hey!
I have just a few more
You see
little
this?
preparations to
You
take
see
care
this?
of
Quiet
before
down.
You all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left.
Please head for
behind
the
that
exits
door.
on the right
I'll
and
see
left.
you later.
Oh, he's slowly backing out. Oh, we all got fancy boots on. We all got shiny fancy boots on. Character reveal of Manuel Godoy. Alright, let's check him out. Manuel Godoy, Secretary of State and head of the Spanish government, a favorite of King Charles IV of Spain, Godoy rapidly climbed the political ranks. Lover of Queen Marie-Louise Bourbon of Parma, he attracted the envy of Spanish princes. As Secretary of State, he developed and strengthened the Spanish colonial empire, especially in the Americas. A close friend of Louis XVI, King of France, who just got beheaded. He worked hard for the king's liberation, but in vain. This served to fuel his resentment of the Republican government of France. Invited by Sir Gregory Home, Godoy arrived at Lord Mortimer's manor with the firm intention of calming the expansionist desires of the United States of America on their continent. And I have yet to discover if he has any vulnerabilities or immunities. You listen when I have the stick.
Spare a moment, please, sir.
Sure.
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you, too.
I think I know his vulnerabilities and such for Von Volner. He's vulnerable to diversion. He's immune to occultism. Diversion works. Occultism does not. With Von Volner. Confrontation. Here we go. Only chance. What?
Why, but I doubt it's
I can't
for
blunder
something
this.
wrong. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her? Maybe.
Oh, and I was warned to be careful. Ooh, yeah, diversion.
To hear you speak, you seem to know my mother well.
He's vulnerable
Not
to
really. We met
diversion.
for the first time on this very spot some weeks back. We had a very pleasant discussion. She's an exceptionally learned lady with a good head for business. No need for me to tell you that.
Find out what Volner is hiding.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
Ooh. I'm gonna go for. So why is he so interested?
The cat's out of the bag now. More or less, but please do refresh my memory.
Yes, of course. Nothing of great importance in itself. During one of our discussions, she spoke of an old book, which might have been of interest to me, and she had agreed to let me have it.
Oh, did she now?
Book about what?
Ancient occultism. As you are aware, I am a doctor of theology.
It's true.
You might have come across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
He looks obsessed.
The least one can say is that he doesn't beat around the bush. Sarah never travels without a few books. What does the one you're looking for look like exactly?
It resembles a grimoire.
A grimoire.
It's
I love the way he
divided
says that.
into 7 parts. Each one
Always wear jeweled tones of
individually
red and
locked.
purple. You might not
It
be
was
wrong
made
there.
in such a way that if someone tried to tamper with it, the sheets would be permanently tarnished. It's a unique copy. There's only one.
Ooh.
The mere mention of it makes his face light up.
He wants this book.
I'll take a closer look, but I can't promise you anything. You seem very upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say? Every time I move closer to it, it seems to slip away at the last minute.
Ooh.
I was very surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession.
Oh, I'm angry.
I
That's
thought
a
it was
concerned
with a
look.
certain von Borchardt in Paris.
That's a great name,
Do
too.
you know him?
Ooh. Oh! 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 Lie to him!
The name doesn't mean anything to me, I'm sorry to say.
He's an expert in occult objects and books, and your mother said she knew him.
Oh,
Sure his name doesn't ring a bell.
I blew it.
Let me think.
I shan't keep
Well,
you,
I thought.
Monsieur de Richet.
All right then.
Oh,
Thank you.
I
blew
hope
it.
that your search will prove successful.
Oh,
and
it's
bring
my
Sarah
first
back
failed
to us.
confrontation.
I must go now.
I should have said
I'll
yes.
See you later.
Okay, sounds good, Shotgun. It's like that line from Ghostbusters. When someone asks you if you are a god, you say yes. Oh. I couldn't find out what Volner is hiding. I failed. suck. Okay, I'm gonna search the room before I go and talk to Napoleon. Napoleon. What do we got here? Royal jelly. Nice. Oh, can't believe I blew it, guys.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
Oh, I really gotta... I don't have the key. Maybe I should be putting points into subterfuge. But I wonder if opening those chests just gives you things like golden elixir and...
These look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
Oh, that's good.
Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
Dworkin? I'd want to read more about a character called Dworkin, too. Dworkin the Great. Okay. I don't want to leave the room yet. Find out more clues about your mother's note. Oh, guys, I'm 0 for 2 on sleuthing today. It's not good. Love how everything creaks. I love the creaking sounds on everything when you move around.
The Greek drachma. One of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned both in the Bible and in the Quran.
Mr. Napoleon, what do you got for me?
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
May we?
May we? Ooh, ask him about... Wait, do I know his vulnerabilities and such? I think I know some things about Napoleon. He's immune to conviction and politics. But I don't know his vulnerability yet, so maybe I should use the Devil's Thorn. Ooh, tempting. Oh, let's do it. Let's use the Devil's Thorn.
Does expression go beyond the nightmare mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well.
Oh.
I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed. That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Oh.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower.
You drop Napoleon here to give me some ideas.
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
Meaning?
This gentleman enjoys people talking about him for too many reasons. His undeserved titles, more than 10 in just 4 years, and each one more
Yeah, it is
prestigious
Napoleon.
than the one before.
You don't think he deserves them?
Does
If I had
he
seen
has a
him on the
lover.
battlefield, there might be some doubt, but that is not the case. The Queen would rather not risk losing him, so she consoles him with awards and titles.
So you don't have a very positive opinion?
His coveting French Catalonia does not encourage me to have one.
Ah,
I understand your point of view.
he wants my stuff.
Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent.
France?
Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table.
It's true, a lot of Frenchmen.
Well, I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave.
I didn't learn
Let
about
me know
any
if you find
vulnerabilities in Napoleon.
À plus tard, monsieur.
A plus tard, a bientôt. All right, let's go to the library in the tower. How do I get there again? I need to find a servant to remind me how to get to the library. Servant! Where is the servant? Help me find the library.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
This question about the manor. What's on the first floor?
What's on the first floor?
The first floor is reserved for guests, sir. That is where Sir will find his private rooms. The main corridor leads around the building.
I think it's on the ground floor, but I have to remember which way to the library.
To return to the ground floor. It is also from there that Sir will be able to reach the second floor.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Anything else, sir?
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery.
Yeah, we already been there.
Where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden.
What about the library?
But
was the library upstairs?
Assured, the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question.
Okay, maybe the library is on the second floor?
Not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Oh.
Yeah, except for my mother.
Has another question?
Yes. What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing, on the second floor, are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holmes, sir.
Where's the library,
and
then?
only authorized guests may access that area. Does Sir have any more questions?
No. I'm gonna go back through that salon room and see if maybe I could get to the library from that other door. Maybe the library is... This looks like a library, but apparently it's not the library. I can't go in there! What? Oh, wait, we've been in the library. Yeah. Yeah, we've been in the library. Yeah, I remember now. I remember now. I don't remember exactly where it is, but I know we've been there because it had the big ladder that spins around the room like in Beauty and the Beast. Monsieur Washington!
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No. Nothing comes to mind.
Useless.
Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Mr. President, can you tell me a little more about the coming conference?
Of course, Louis. That's why we're here. Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory regularly organize meetings like this to put forward major projects.
What do you mean by major projects?
I'd prefer to let Lord Mortimer explain that.
Illuminati. Illuminati major projects.
He brings together influential people in order to consider possible actions to undertake to guarantee the future of nations.
Do you know the theme of the conference?
Illuminati. A triangle with an eye in the middle?
None of the guests know the theme before arriving, but you'll see.
Oh, he's got that in his pendant. He's got the Illuminati thing in his pendant. Look at that.
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very
I do need to get a ruffle
surprised
collar.
he was able to accept
IRL?
Lord Mortimer's invitation,
IRL, I need to get a
given
ruffle
the
collar?
political situation in Spain.
With puffy sleeves? Ooh.
What do you mean?
The situation is ready to explode with France over Catalonia.
Well, the Duke must have a darn good reason to be absent and come here, mustn't he?
When Lord Mortimer invites you, Louis, you come.
Sure thing. I'll get right on getting that shirt.
I wouldn't say that personally, but...
Take your leave.
Well, thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend.
All
Regarding
right.
your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it.
I won't.
Maybe
Thank
one
you.
of them knows more than I do.
Thank
That's
you.
a good idea.
Omniscient voice of the
Thank you
game,
once again.
speaking through George
I'll see you in a
Washington.
little bit.
Alright, let's take that royal jelly. So my effort points can go up. And I want to go through here. You know what they say about a man and the size of his ruffle? What do they say? He's quite adept at woodwork. Good hands for woodwork. You know what they say about a man and the size of his ruffle? Good hands for woodwork.
Ah, Louis. Just the man.
What is it, Cardinal Piaggi?
How did the king come to be executed?
Oh, well, let me explain. How would I know?
The order would have intervened.
We're a little preoccupied. The king was playing with fire. The king made things worse all by himself.
Your Eminence, I'm sorry for King Luke.
You just encountered an immune... Oh, shoot! I wasn't paying attention! No!
But he did everything to put himself there.
Crap.
Louis, how can you say such a thing?
Oh, dope.
France.
Dope! I think I have a golden elixir. Yeah, I do.
Rejects the
Crap.
church. You don't go and behead a person of high status.
I wasn't paying attention.
They always serve
He's good at finding a truffle, but woodwork is good too.
dead.
That works.
Politically, it's absurd.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
I gotta pay better
Louis,
attention here.
I'm counting on you. If you don't find Sarah before my departure, I must ask you to give me back the letter I gave you.
Oh, yeah, sure thing.
Don't worry about that, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son.
Ha! Your question is strange, my son.
Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
Well, I mean, if it were a place or an object found on this island, what would you think of first?
The nightmare.
He doesn't know. He doesn't have an idea.
No, I don't see anything. I'm sorry.
I know nothing.
Oh, that's too bad.
Ah, wait. I suppose it might be that horrible painting hanging in Lord Mortimer's study.
Ooh.
Pretend not to be that interested. Right. Well, don't worry about it. I was just
Nice.
curious.
Nice inner monologue.
I'm sure a man like you is in the circle of trust. Would you know what the conference that Lord Mortimer mentioned is going to be about?
Not really, my son. Well, be it Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory, we are never informed about the theme of the conference before it begins.
They don't mention the theme to you in the invitation?
I
The
was wondering
80s,
What to
90s,
think of that Manuel
retro
Godoy.
50s?
He is reputed to be a very ambitious character.
Famous movie characters?
At every level. But his faith is unwavering. He is a staunch defender of the church. You can believe me.
Is he vulnerable to diversion? I can't remember. Cardinal Piaggi is vulnerable to questioning. He's immune to logic, so I could try a diversion on him.
As to his faith, I have no doubt. However, his ambition seems to surpass his morality, and I hope that it will not sully the crown.
You can say that again.
Oh.
The blue eyes of the latest Infanta, Maria Isabel, have left everyone wondering.
She's into him.
Rumors always accompany men of power, Your Eminence.
Naturally. But the number of awards and titles granted by the Queen during these past 4 years leaves little doubt.
So, Godoy really is this out-and-out rascal who uses his charm on the Queen.
Yep. That's pretty clear.
Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome.
I only have 4 Carmelite waters left. Woo. I need some supplies. Leave him. I need some supplies. I think we already searched this room for supplies. Yeah, I don't have a key for that. Don't have a key for that. Oh, what? Was there something here? Collector coin. don't need coins. I don't need coins. I need things like jelly and golden elixir. This might be the library. Here we go. Go to Mortimer's study. Oh, what? I want to go to Mortimer's study now? Oh, all right. Well, that was... Okay, I'm backtracking now. And I'm going up to Mortimer's study, apparently. Later, Cardinal. I thought I was going to the library to follow up on notes from my mother, but now I'm going to Mortimer's study. Can I even get into Mortimer's study? I thought that area was off limits to me. Alright, let's find a stairway up. Let's find a stairway up to the second floor. What about Mr. Roble? Mr. Roble hasn't showed up, and that's one of the names on the doors. It's George Washington's room, I think. What? What? Where's the stairway upstairs? Is it through here? Oh, here it is. Okay.
So, what did my mother mean by going beyond the nightmare?
Oh, this is... yeah. What's this called? Gothic Nightmare or something like that? This painting? Yeah, it's this big one back here. Ooh. Oh, but there's stuff to find. Oh, I should explore. Is the bird gonna tell on me? You got a big hole. Am I able to fall down that hole? Key with an occult water symbol. Nice.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight?
This house is insane. It really is, isn't it?
Grub. The worm before it's attained its final form. Charming.
Charming. Light-hearted, even. Just some light reading. I still think that bird's no good. The bird's up to no good.
Book of the Mortimer family.
Ooh. Oh, I can't read it? Can't read the Book of the Mortimer family? Devil's Thorns. Sweet. Is that a box I can open? No? What is that bird saying? Is that bird speaking French? Oh, c'est bon, c'est bon. Anything over here? What's this? Sanctus Longinus Martyr. Huh.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Love. What?
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Has to be a process elimination on this puzzle, right? Amber fragment. Nice. And handwritten notes by Lord Mortimer. Nice. Oh, got some golden elixir. Nice. Oh, can't fit between there, apparently. No puzzle rage on that last puzzle. And another collector coin. Yay for Hutch. Alright, let's see if there's any other...
Le Coup de Lance by Paul Rubens.
Le Coup de Lance. That bird is definitely speaking French.
It's a book on the history of the Crusades. I don't think it has any connection with my research.
But Lord Mortimer and my mother like to talk about the Crusades. Ooh, and there's a painting of the Crusades.
It looks like a war painting.
Puzzle win is right. I'll take the puzzle wins where I can get them. I don't get them often. Carmelite water. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, that's the painting we want to look at. But I'm not done investigating
what have
yet.
we got here? Oh, it looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
Hint. I hope I never have to try and unlock it. Foreshadowing. Oh, dear Mr. Guido Poletti, I'm writing with regard to the dates of the paintings that I sent to you for your temporary exhibition. Please note that they are part of my private collection and are dated according to the Freemasons calendar in use at the time. As you may well have guessed, you must remember to subtract 4,000 years if you don't want the public to be surprised at the dating of the works. No need to remind you that the Freemason year begins in March, not January. About the Longinus painting, I took the liberty to have the spear touched up so it better corresponds to the actual spear. I cannot urge you strongly enough to do the same for yours. Yours sincerely, Lord William Alexander Mortimer, Marquis of Westfordshire. So there is an apocryphal idea that Longinus is the name of the Roman officer who stabs Christ on the cross. And Longinus's spear is the spear that he used to stab Jesus. It's often been talked about in occult fantasy literature as an occult item. Another little tidbit for today. Accounts for the year 1792. Total 360,437 pounds. Remember to reduce wood consumption next year. That number is probably going to be a clue somewhere. Somewhere.
Let's take a closer look.
Laudanum. Examine the chocolates.
Judging by the shape, I'd say they're Criollo cocoa beans. The chocolate of the Mayas. The rarest of the beans.
Yeah, see, there we go. You knew that.
Aphrodisiac. When a product is in fashion, people attribute all sorts of virtues to it.
His coat, his cup,
yeah. Animals.
Take a chocolate. Nah. Oh! I bet you give a chocolate to the bird. I'll bet you. I'm going to take a Carmelite water. So next time I need to use a skill, it won't cost me any effort points. I bet you the bird eats chocolates, because I remember him feeding something to the bird. Leviathan. Nice. Or was it the grapes he fed to the... Oh, it was the berries. I'm going to take the red berries. I think we feed the berries to the bird.
Might come in handy.
I think so, too. Do not give a chocolate to the bird. Would it have killed the bird? And then Lord Mortimer would be like, who killed my bird? Who killed my bird?
The Nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. This must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond.
Click.
Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think.
Ooh, use those muscles.
There must be a mechanism somewhere.
I bet you it's the bird. Bird is the mechanism. I betcha. Find a mechanism to move the painting. Or it could be this thing here. Oh, wait, what? Look at this! There's a pedal. Ah, here we go. A combination lock.
I found it. Oh.
Aww.
What is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I need.
This is what gets you? If I give the bird a berry, will it recite the number? Find the code of the hidden door. Wait, what's in that thing there? Royal jelly! Sweet! I'm gonna save it. Wait, that first letter. I think this is part of the code. Subtract 4,000 years, and the Freemason year begins in March, not January. $1792. Be like 3792. It'd be like negative 3,792. No, it'd be 2 because it's 4,000. So it'd be 2792. I'm gonna try 2792.
Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller.
Ah, nice. Look at that. It's giving me clues. Let's take some royal jelly.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. Looks like there's a marker on number 1.
Oh, it only gives me the one clue. Dang it. 2-1. Is there any number that starts with 2-1? Let's give a berry to the bird.
A mina bird.
Pretty boy Waldo? That's what it's saying? Give me the code, bird.
Tell me the door code.
That would have been great.
Here I am talking to a bird. Shame on me.
Give me the code, bird.
Well, Waldo, is your master good?
He's a pretty boy.
I don't really know what I was expecting. Sarah de Riche? Waldo, you know Sarah?
Oh.
What? Repeat that, Waldo. Sarah? What about Sarah?
Oh.
Good God, what's been happening here?
If you read the... I think you're supposed to use the year the painting was made. Oh, the year the painting was made. But wasn't it 1791? It's still a 7, and it was 2-1. It said a marking was on number 1, so I think it's giving me the clue that 1 is the first number. But Does that need to be a 1 too?
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
I didn't catch what year. Is it 81? I think you're right, Shotgun. I'm just trying to remember what year the painting was made. Let's try 8.
Well,
no.
I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because I think you're right. Remember to subtract 4,000 years. No need to remind you that the Freemason year begins in March, not January. Would it be the date of the Longinus painting? Oh, good question, Shotgun. Let me look at this again.
Coup de Lens by Paul Rubens. It's Christ on the cross as Longinus pierces his side with a spear. Rubens, he was a great painter.
No year on it? Oh! He looked over at the combination. But what year is the painting? Was the painting made? What's this?
This painting isn't finished. And it looks like Mortimer probably did it. Not bad, but you can't exactly say it's been done in the style of the period.
I think the year of the spear painting is the year of the code. That's why he looked over at the combination at that moment, I think. But what year was it again? Did we read that somewhere? The name of the painting is...
Coup de Lens by Paul
Le Coup de
Rubens.
Lens by Paul Rubens. Le Coup de Lens by Paul Rubens. I think that's the year. That's the year that we're looking for. And then I suppose we subtract 4,000 years from that. And that'll be the year of the code, I bet. I betcha. Oh, it was painted in, oh no, that's not the right one. (1631) or 1620. Yeah, that's a different painting, though, it looks like. That doesn't look like, I think it's 1121. I'll bet you the combination's 2121. No!
I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, there's only 9 digits. There's only so many possible combinations, so let's try 3.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Just go with process elimination.
I got it wrong.
Detective work.
It doesn't matter. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
1191. Okay. 2's not the right number on the first one? Oh, 10 out of 10 detective work. Thank you, Shotgun. 10 out of 10 detective work. Woo! That's some prime detectiving. Good team. What a team. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Mess up the code. Do I have to put in a new code to get out? Find the code of the hidden door. Ooh. We did it.
See what you've been hiding, Lord Mortimer.
Yeah, what have you been hiding? See? Yeah. Let's see what you've been hiding. My dearest Lord Mortimer, I regret to inform you that it will soon be impossible to ignore pressure from the Russians. The Tsarina Catherine has every intention of supporting the Count of Provence, and will recognize him as the regent of the Kingdom of France, once King Louis has disappeared from the political stage. I'm sorry to announce bad news, but expect dark times ahead. Your friend, Elfrida Bauer. Ooh. Okay. Here we're seeing all Mortimer's Illuminati work here.
A fine-looking map of the Orient, indeed.
Indeed. It's a map of Asia. Sir, your plans to intervene in Belgium are to go ahead as set down. I am to occupy the Prussian army. Your delivery of cannons to Valmy has ensured our victory. As agreed, I have notified the King of Prussia of the invasion plans of Custine and the Army of the North. I will keep the Austrians out of Belgium. I am to quickly return to Paris, as I sense the fate of our King Louis is about to be decided dishonorably, and it is impossible for me not to intervene. Should you have any missives to give to me, I invite you to go by, as per usual, our friend Monsieur Peru. Sincerely yours, Charles-François Dumouriez, General of the Army of the North. Oh, this is just all confirming Lord Mortimer's meddling in affairs. Oh, more Devil's Thorn. Nice. I don't want to go there yet. I want to search this room first. My dearest Lord Mortimer, as a friend of China, rest assured that you will be rewarded for your information. You need not worry about any scheming against us from Great Britain. Their representative, Mr. McCartney, Sir Paul McCartney, will leave with no hope of any arrangements involving us. Your friend Qianlong, Emperor of the Qing Dynasty. Okay. William, whatever your projects, it would seem that our father is against leaving you with a grip on Europe. Russia will soon commit itself to the coalition against your dear France. Don't think you can resist for long. I beseech you, William, not to persist. You're tearing our family apart. Your loving brother, G. P.S. I shall come to your conference, but do you think that holding it at the present moment is conducive? William has a brother who's in on this Illuminati stuff?
Golden elixir. I'll keep it for later.
I'll keep this for later. It's a map of Europe.
It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
Oh. France has been a little busy, has it? Becoming plentiful. My dear friend, thank you for your words, and I do understand your situation. I regret having to confront you militarily, but if the situation obliges me to declare war, then do what you think fit. Under your advisement, and with a weary heart, I am off to meet up with the coalition that opposes you, in the hope of serving you again, George, King of Hanover, King of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Okay, so we're seeing some sort of coalition at work here. Two coalitions seeming to work against one another. Influencing world events, and William Mortimer seems to be involved with one. My dear friend, as desired, I've been able to gather together my friends to sign the agreement you proposed. This agreement shall be known as the Buttonwood Agreement. If you recall the place where we gathered when you met us for the first time, you will understand why this name was given. Please find enclosed a list of my colleagues. Thanks to your help, we shall soon be able to meet at my place, the Tontine Coffee House. How would you like to buy your coffee from there, the Tontine Coffee House? I look forward to seeing you as soon as possible. Hugh Smith. Interesting. My dear friend, with thanks for your services rendered and help in the fight against the Spanish and the conquest of Oran, a ship bound from Marseille in France has been chartered. Hidden aboard are a few corpses infected with the plague that is decimating our country at this moment in time. Be very careful when handling these boxes, because if inadvertently opened, you risk spreading the disease all over France. Mohammed El-Kabir. Interesting. Man. It's the Illuminati all over the place.
This shows the forces present in America.
Mortimer's influencing world events. The gift has been delivered. Timur Shah Durrani, King of Afghanistan, of Punjab, of Sindh, of Mashhad, and of Kashmir, should not retain his title much longer. His son Zaman will succeed him as planned. We will then be able to resume negotiations. Man, Mortimer's got his wick dipped in a number of things.
Psyche by Guillaume Trimore.
Hey, Deanna, how are you doing?
It says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in.
How are you feeling today, Deanna?
Goes on. There are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible.
Ooh.
The author isn't letting any ethical principles get in his way, is he?
Oh, I thought I heard Lord Mortimer for a second.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
The remedy of the gods. My lord, I hope this letter will reach you. My hours are numbered. My printing house has been confiscated, and I am imprisoned in the fortress of Schlisselburg. I want to be from Schlisselburg. If by chance you could intervene in my favor, I would be eternally in your debt. The Tsarina Catherine should not be long in banning all Golden Order lodges from her territory. Our horizon has become considerably darker. In the hope that you can help me, your friend, Nikolai Novikov. Ooh, I still have the flu, but I'm not throwing up anymore. Oh, that's good, Deanna. I'm glad you're not throwing up, at least. It's good to see you. I hate having the stomach flu. Oh, this is John Adams. Dear Lord Mortimer, I'm writing to ask you to persuade President Washington not to sign the Fugitive Slave Act as it stands. We must absolutely legislate on a national level and not allow every state to choose their policy regarding slaves. It was initially intended to resolve a conflict between Pennsylvania and Virginia. By signing it, we risk legislating the hunting of blacks. More and more men of little faith are becoming slave hunters, and, unable to find any slaves on the run, they kidnap the first black they come across, which they pass off as the wanted runaway. The situation threatens to quickly degenerate. Thank you in advance. Your friend, John Adams. P.S. Say hello to my daughter Elizabeth for me. 0 out of 10 dadding. 0 out of 10 dadding. Alright. We're investigating Lord Mortimer's secret study. We've gained access to... Ooh, what's this? Let us see if you have the courage to face me alone.
This is my mother's writing.
Oh.
I've picked up her trail.
Oh.
What is she up to?
What is my mama up
She
to?
wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where?
Where the sword is stamped?
The clue she's left for Mortimer is this stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Ooh, I get to keep it? Where am I keeping it? Whoa. I just magically had that, put that sword somewhere. Go find your mother. Go find your mother, Mortimer. I'm not done investigating. I want to investigate some more. My dearest friend, our plans are going ahead wonderfully well. The Coinage Act has been voted. Your project of founding the very first Bank of America should not be delayed, and will probably be called Union Bank, and it will be robbed in Grand Theft Auto 5 several centuries later. As for the construction of the White House, it is still I think he means due to begin in October. I will accept no delays. You can trust me on this. I hope to see you soon. Thomas Jefferson, Secretary of State. He ate the sword. He did eat the sword. Like Arthur Morgan's magic satchel.
Great. Honey.
Honey. Oh, royal jelly.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Ooh, I might have a key for this. Crap. I don't have any of those keys? Man. Oh, well. Keep exploring his study. Then we go find our mother.
Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope?
An actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope?
It really is at the cutting edge of science.
Those are like $10,000 on eBay now. Ooh, I've discovered that Lord Mortimer is immune to science. I'm not going to be able to trick him with science. Gotta remember that. I've messed up with the cardinal on that. Key with an occult fire symbol. Hey, there we go. Dear Lord Mortimer, be assured of my entire devotion. As agreed, the Vendée peasantry will soon rise up. My network is striving to increase the pressure on the masses. The decision of the Assembly, which consists of voting the civil constitution of the clergy, is inflaming the region. The people overwhelmingly reject the priests and swear loyalty to the state. If you could ensure that the convention will administer the final blow to the people, the issue will be resolved. Without wishing to direct you, a forced recruitment for a faraway conflict would be a perfect way to arouse the people definitively. Your devoted servant, François Athanase Charette de la Contrie. Or those ceramic bongs. Whoa, 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 whoa. So Deanna, we play this guy, Louis de Richet. His mother is missing, and we're trying to find her, but we're involved with some sort of secret society known as the Golden Order, and we're on an island owned by a guy named Lord Mortimer, and this is Lord Mortimer's secret study. We're kind of learning what he's got all his hands in wise as like a very secretive guy. More Carmelite water. Nice. So right now we're snooping around in his study.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
Homing pigeon messages? I want a homing pigeon. Can you imagine delivering messages by homing pigeon? Dear friend, who is the most admirable of all the Olympians? None other than the king of the gods, of course. Unlike his father Kronos, he learnt to make equal use of his strength and wisdom. Instead of fearing the power of his children and brothers, he accepted to share the world with them. Men fear his thunder and praise his justice. He reigns, but doesn't dominate. Zeus was the clue word we used to open that one box outside of Mortimer City. Right, Deanna? Illuminati is right. This is some Illuminati stuff going on here. Definitely Illuminati. Dear Lord Mortimer, as agreed, I have changed your old lock for one of my invention. Ooh, is that lock that was out on his desk? Drawing inspiration from your doctor friend, Mr. Guillotine. Here is the model of your new lock. Do I really want a lock that was designed by a guy who invented the guillotine? It's difficult to imagine how it all fits together, but it will be located in the middle of the present door. The aim being to alter nothing of the door's functionality, but to add a bit of spice. Depending on the lineup of the wheels, the aforementioned lock will open or will punish the snooper whose faith is not strong enough. I called my invention the Judgment of Faith, because if a snooper is unable to resist opening it, they will be punished. She lost her hand! Mom lost her hand, remember? She tried to open the lock. And she lost her hand. I'm calling it. She tried to open Gustave Montran's lock. Lost her hand.
A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the front is anything to go by.
Wasn't Zeus also a giant asshole?
That's morbid.
Yeah.
His right hand is missing.
Ooh, this dude tried to pick the lock too.
These are feathers. Pigeon, probably.
Yeah. Amazing. Oh, examine the inscriptions.
Strange. I don't recognize the alphabet. I wonder where the pictograms are from. It isn't Egyptian or Hebrew.
Ooh, it's Cthulhu.
Inscriptions on the sides as well as on the top. No way to know what's underneath. Absolutely no idea what it's for, but I find this cue fascinating.
Ooh.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton.
Random Lovecraftian object in the game. De Humani Corporis Fabrica. Alright. The makeup of the human body.
Something strange about this table.
Ooh. What is it, Louis? Ooh, examine the equipment.
What kind of experiments does Mortimer carry out here? It's a dissection table. So Mortimer does autopsies. Here on his desert island.
Did he do an autopsy on Gustav over there?
Autopsies on then? The little surgeon's perfect collection.
Oh, he's immune. Oh, this was another way to discern that he's immune to science. Let's eat some royal jelly to get our effort points back up.
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
Alright, what do we got on the table? Lord Mortimer, the tiger is dying. On your demand, I have attacked Travancore and personally cut the throats of as many Englishmen as possible, though without help from the French. I cannot hold them off much longer. My forces are rapidly diminishing in spite of your new rockets. Help us, Tipu Sahib, Sultan of Mysore. That's in India.
Look, a pack of tarot cards.
Ooh.
Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer?
Is he into tarot cards?
That would surprise me.
He's a man of science. Oh yeah, let's read the draw.
It is a typical draw on a line that answers a specific question. To the left, temperance. That announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success.
Business success?
To the right, the emperor evokes a future full of power and stability.
Okay, interesting. Well, I got a negative effect there. Let's take a golden elixir and get rid of that negative effect.
Look,
nope, I already read those.
A pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me.
Even the second time around, Louis? Surprised you the second time around?
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little surprised at Mortimer.
Aphrodisiacs.
Doesn't seem as the type to be organizing little pagan parties, invoking occult powers, and dancing naked under the full moon.
Or does he?
I'm more used to seeing cheap charms like this sold by charlatans in Pré Saint-Gervais.
Oh, in Pré Saint-Gervais. What happens in Pré Saint-Gervais stays in Pré Saint-Gervais.
3 rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long.
Alright. 3 nails? Supposed to be like the nails from Christ's cross? Is that the idea? What was this again? Oh yeah, I read all this. Okay. We need to go find Amaza. Can we go this way?
It's locked.
Oh! I had a key for that firebox. Where's that firebox again?
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
We need to find the right key as well. Crap. Oh well. So much for that idea. Alright, let's go find Amaza.
Oh shit. How am I gonna get out of here now?
Do I need another 4-letter number? Oh, of course I do. Crap. Do I really gotta go back through everything? And find another 4-letter number? How many notes were in this room? Oh, wow, that's... I'm really tempted to Google that one. Unless it's the same number. I'll try 1191 again. Otherwise, I don't know if I have the patience to go through every single note in this room.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Oh, but it's upside down. It's upside down. Yeah. Let me try it upside down.
This looks like the same.
You'll get locked out.
One on the other side.
9499? Why would it be 9499? You think it's 9499? Why wouldn't it be 1191 upside down? That's Shotgun calling me with the answer. Don't press the lever, Hutch. I have the answer. You think it's 94? The numbers are backwards. So why would it not be 1191? Not upside down, backwards? So why is 9499 the backwards? Like if you're looking at it from the front. Oh, okay. All right, all right. So... So 9? All right. I'll try it. I'm willing to try it. Your guess is as good as mine. I just don't understand why 9499 is the backwards. That's a 6? The first one is a 6. So like that? So is it supposed to look like this? Oh, backwards. Got it. Got it. I got it. So is this right? Is this the right combination? 9499? I get it. I get what you mean by backwards. It's a mirror inversion. Right. So if you looked at it from the other side, it'd be 1191. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I get it. I get what you're saying. Well, I think it makes sense that that would be the opposite from 1. So, here we go. Let's give it a shot.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
It's the other version of the 9. Hey, we did it. Yeah. Good thinking. Oh, I would never have thought that. I would never have thought that. Well, maybe eventually I would have, but we did it.
Well, better not dwell on it then.
Better not dwell on it. That's right. Master of Escape. Nice. Find out the origin of the sword left by your mother. How do I do that? How do I find out the origin of the sword left by your mother? I go back downstairs, I guess? Would there have been clues in Mortimer's study as to the origin of the sword? I don't remember there being a sword in any of these paintings, was there?
A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint Jean d'Acre.
Chocolate kills birds. Don't give birds chocolate. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, hey. So if I'd given the bird chocolate, the bird would have died. Then Lord Mortimer would definitely have
From what I
been
know, the fall of
pissed
Saint Jean
off.
d'Acre took place in the summer of 1191.
Oh, that was the code for the
Now,
door.
according to this title, it's wintertime on the painting, so it can't have been late in the year of 1191. It
That's
must
funny.
be in the first months.
And
of
I
the
thought
year,
about it too. I thought about
probably in
giving the bird
January or
chocolate.
February of that year.
Okay, so that was related to the code of how to get in the door, but there's nothing here that's a clue to the sword, is it? That's that lock. That's that lock that takes your hand. I bet.
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Sarde. Hey, the dates indicate AL, and it looks like 4,000 years have been added to our calendar. Oh, that counting system again.
See, I kind of want to look at all this, but if it's related to the code on the door, I don't want to. But if it's related to finding out the origin of my sword... See, I wonder if the sword is related to the date of the Crusades. That's why I'm looking at this stuff. Let's do the free one first.
The Crusades took place not long after the year 1000. Here all the dates say 5,000 and something. I'm guessing this dating system begins 4,000 years before the calendar that we use. Yet, I'm getting the feeling that there's something else, another small detail, but what is it? The author is Pierre Amédée de la Sarde, none other than the Grand Master of the Masonic Lodge of Paris. Now I understand why the dates are offset. He's using dates based on the Anno Lucis, year 0 of the Masonic calendar, by adding 4,000 years to the Gregorian calendar. But I thought that calendar starts in March.
Okay, I don't think this is going to help me find out about the sword. I don't
The
think.
famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi Bull of 5,187.
This one is on Steam. I found it on Steam.
It states the first sea blockade of Saint Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
I don't think this has anything to do with the sword, but I'm just too tempted to read
Famous
it.
Call of Pope Urban II. 20 years after the capture of Jerusalem from the Arabs by the Turks, Urban II convened the council. He promises a plenary indulgence to Christians who go and get Jerusalem back from the Turks. The result, the Jewish community on the road to Jerusalem found itself persecuted for no reason. 12,000 Jews would perish, not to mention the massacre of Ma'ara, where acts of cannibalism by Frankish crusaders were reported, or even the capture of Jerusalem, where approximately 30,000 were left dead. It signaled the beginning of centuries of wars of religion. Or how Louis VII, King of France, eager to be pardoned for the death of thousands of innocent people in the fire of the Church of Vitry, convinces the Pope to authorize him to lead his own crusade. The result, in Germany, a new outburst of violence against the Jewish community.
There could be another place we have to go to find the origin of the sword left by my mother, but... maybe there really is nothing else for me to find here. Where else would I look, though? No, I don't want to look there.
Coup de lance by Paul Rubens.
There's probably nothing else here to help me find the origin of the sword left by my mother. Unless...
William Alexander Mortimer the First, the 12th
Ooh.
month of Anno Lucis, 5,190.
Hmm?
That's a funny date.
That funny date again. I think that's still all related to the calendar. That's to the code at the front of the door. I don't think there's anything else I'm going to get. Alright. Fine, maybe I have to go elsewhere to find out the origin of the sword left by my mother. I'm not really sure where I would look, but... Oh, yes, I failed the confrontation with von Vollner. I could have met Peru under strange circumstances. I got to know Waldo the bird. Come on, level 8! Let's get there! Oh, just short of level 8. No new points to spend. But I get to read something else. What do I want to read? I could get a skill point in science, etiquette, politics, conviction. I think I want to go... Ooh, the encyclopedia. I should definitely do that one. Yeah. Then I get like 3 different points. Sweet. Sweet.
This note is about a meeting.
I'm an
with
apprentice.
Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. Alright, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
To find my mother. Alright. Okay. But I have no idea which direction I'm going.
Joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them.
Look for my mother, or spy on Piaggi and Volner. What do you ladies think I should do? Should I go look for my mother, or spy on these two? I've generally always been going on look for my mother, but... Like, I had an opportunity once. It was either... I could go help George Washington, or I could go look for my mother. And I chose not to help George Washington, and I went and looked for my mother. What do you ladies think? Which choice should I make? Spy on Piaggi and Volner, or look for my mother? I would spy, but that's just me. Alright, let's look for our mother.
Well...
Later, Volner.
Time to lose.
Got no time to lose. To go find my mother. I don't know where I'm going exactly. Where am I going? I'm running. Can I go downstairs? Oh. That's not the stairs. That's not the stairs. Can I go here? I don't know where I'm going to find out the origin of the sword. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ooh, the locksmith's art. Ooh, does that give me points in subterfuge?
A devil's thorn.
Nice.
Used to uncover the best disguised traits.
How come I've never been in this end of the... What? How come I've never been in this room before? I've never been in this part of the house before.
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
Ooh. I need to find another key. I need more keys. I don't know if I want to go in there yet. I want to scope this place out first. It's food. Ooh, so much stuff. Collector coins. Golden elixir. Sweet. Got any royal jelly? Any royal jelly for me? Ooh, the garden. I haven't been to the garden yet. Hey, my brother.
I am sorry, sir, but the conference room is under preparation and is consequently inaccessible to guests.
Guests. Ooh.
Could you perhaps help me?
What can I do for you, sir?
Where did this sword come from?
From the garden, sir.
Ah.
The statues in the garden.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Don't mention it, sir.
Yeah, I am having a field day in there. I like finding
Honey,
things.
I couldn't have hoped for better.
Royal jelly. I don't know why I said it like that. Royal jelly. All right, let's go to the garden. I bet you this is the door to the garden. I'll bet you. I like how that man didn't ask why you have a garden sword. I know, right? And, I'm sorry, why do you have a garden sword? Oh, yeah, I just found it. It's in my room, under my bed. More royal jelly. What's over here? Any stuff? No. Jacques Peru. Ah, ho, 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 Monsieur Jacques Peru. I don't know. I don't think I know anything about Jacques Peru. I don't think I know any of his weaknesses or... Nope. I don't know anything about Jacques Peru yet. So I need to take some Devil's Thorn.
Well, Monsieur de Richet, what brings you here?
He doesn't sound French because he has a cold.
To tell the truth, I was wondering the same thing about you.
Ah, exploited the vulnerability of etiquette.
I wanted to be alone for 5 minutes.
You look worried.
Worried? No. Resolved would be a more exact term.
Ooh.
Resolved to do what?
What's the point in answering? You wouldn't believe me anyway. I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know. Be seeing you.
Oh, check out his eye.
Tell me, aren't you even curious?
Curiosity killed a
Ooh,
cat.
I'm an interrogator.
I admit, I may have judged you wrongly. Watching you seek out Mortimer's little secrets might even be amusing if I didn't already know the consequences. See you later.
You fear Mortimer that much?
Scares you so much?
Don't mess with him, monsieur.
Ooh.
If he
I like
offers
I said
help,
monsieur, like he's French.
keep your freedom and get far away from here while you still can.
Good talk. Good talk, Monsieur Peru. Alright, what statue? Well, we got a little garden maze. Little garden maze action going on. What? There's like a line in the ground. Is that because of the Devil's Thorn that I drank? Does the Devil's Thorn, like, show me what direction to go to? No. Oh! Oh! I think that's the garden sword. Oh, look at that! Okay, I don't want to... If I have a sword, I don't want to put it in there yet. I want to see if there's stuff I can get. Let's see what stuff I can get. I got stuff. Collectors. Maybe I should just go to the garden sword. Maybe I shouldn't mess around. Otherwise, I'm going to get lost.
Ariadne. In Greek mythology, she helped Theseus get through the labyrinth. Looks like there's a crack in the region of the heart.
Put the sword in it. No?
I guide the sword that will kill the monster. Let's see. A crack as long as my finger.
Thrust a sword into the crack, see? Let's do this first,
If I recall
though.
the Iliad, Ariadne is none other than the daughter of Minos and Pasiphae. She was in love with
I didn't
Theseus
figure the
and helped
detective
him in his
hat
quest to kill the Minotaur
was in
and
line
return
with
for a promise of marriage
18th
if
century
he
stories.
defeated the monster.
I don't have an 18th century detective hat.
She gave him a reel of thread so that he could find his way back through the labyrinth, which was famous for being unsolvable.
Can I take
But
the role
once
for
the beast was
myself?
slain, The gallant was quick to abandon her on an island.
Oh, what a jerk.
Turns out heroes are not what they once were.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Put the sword in. Oh.
What's going to happen if I've got it wrong?
Take it back. Can I take the sword back? A ruffle shirt. I need a ruffle shirt. Yeah.
I'll try something else.
Yeah. Let's try something else first. Well, let's try following the thread, I guess. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. Okay, the thread goes over that way somewhere. Oh. Okay. Does the thread end up somewhere in particular?
I wonder what this kiosk is doing in the middle of the garden. Too cramped to be able to do much. Well, there must be something going on there.
Anywhere I can put a sword? Or do I have to put the sword into Ariadne and then come back here?
It looks like this slab moves. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a passageway underneath it.
A passageway?
It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
Hmm.
What is that?
You put your hand on it.
Sort of opening mechanism.
And then it gets chopped off.
Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's booby trapped.
This is the one that cuts off your hand.
There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll get pricked.
Oh, you'll get worse than
Damn
pricked.
you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied in Egyptian tombs.
Are we gonna lose a hand? Oh, we're gonna lose a hand. Don't press it. This is how our mom lost her hand. Okay, so I bet you have to put the sword back in the statue and then come back here. Key with an occult earth symbol. Oh, I can open that box now. How come the line still continues? What's up with that? What's up with this dude?
Theseus, son of Aegeus. He's the one who slayed the Minotaur.
Yeah, I'm not doing it yet, that's for sure. Oh, there's a crack here too.
Wrongly positioned. I am the blind hero. I wasn't expecting an inscription like
Oh,
that.
so one of these statues gets the sword in it.
I seem to recall he took the decision to confront the Minotaur. He killed the beast, but if it weren't for Ariadne's help, he would have been trapped in that labyrinth forever.
Yeah.
In short, yet another hero who wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay, I'm probably being a bit harsh. I mean, we do owe him the foundations of Athens. In other words, the Republic. Render therefore unto Caesar what is Caesar's.
Why are you using that voice all of a sudden? Okay, I don't think I want to put the sword into his crack.
Mother managed to solve this enigma.
Thank you for the coffee and bagels, Deanna. Guys, I gotta take a quick break because I am meeting an old friend for coffee. We get together every few years or so to hang out and catch up. I've known this guy for over 20 years, and he's in town, so we're gonna go grab a quick coffee. I'm going to be... You're such a sword whore. That's true. I'm going to be back in about an hour or two to finish episode 2 of The Council. So if you follow me on Twitch, you'll get the alert when I go live again. I'll also notify on my Discord when I'm going to go live with the rest of episode 2 of The Council today. You're very welcome, ladies. Thank you for being here. And we'll catch up in a little bit and figure out this mystery. You'll be here if you don't go back to sleep. Oh, yeah, you need the rest, Deanna, from being sick. Yeah, we'll catch up with you ladies and everyone else in a little bit.